All right, for Chris and Mo, since y'all are married, let me ask y'all: at what point during the talking phase or dating phase did you like in your mind you knew you're like, oh, I'm gonna marry this girl?
I like the spotlight.
Let's hear from Chris.
Yeah, I want to hear you.
He's trying to make Chris talk. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, me and Connie went to Mexico after knowing each other for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. How did you?
That's
How
pretty
did you
wild
even,
already, I think.
How did you even spring that on? You just like, hey, you trying to go Mexico with me?
I mean, I was like living at our house almost basically when I first started dating her. Like
What?
Yeah, like I was sleeping over like all the time. So, and we were hanging out a lot. So I was just like, you want to go somewhere? Like, so it just kind of happened. I don't know.
So all three of y'all motherfuckers be laying the wood.
I mean,
I feel like, no, Chris was like, after that, he's like, yeah, she the one. She the one.
I don't know.
She the one.
Was it after Mexico?
No, I mean, it wasn't after Mexico, but, I think after, I lived with her for a long time, and it just felt like normal and natural. Like, kind of like that feeling,
And you fell in love.
Yeah, pretty much.
Question: did you two know that he was about to ask her to like go to Mexico after like 2 weeks?
I didn't even know Chris like that until like
Austin
kind
knew
of
him
recently.
before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm about to go to, I was like, for real?
So yeah, I was about to ask, what was your reaction as his boy, like when he told you like I've only been seeing this girl for like 2 weeks, but I'm gonna take her to Mexico. Like in your mind, what did you think?
I was like, are you sure? I was like, you ready?
thought it was crazy.
Yeah, I thought he was crazy. I was like, damn, man, only been 2 weeks. Why are you going to Mexico with this girl already? But I mean, granted, I knew Connie before Chris met her. So, So, I mean, I didn't think it was too crazy, but I also like, damn, you moving fast, my guy.
Did you think that this boy whipped?
Yeah, I thought he was.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, he was throwing that good wood,
He was putting that thing down.
I know, right? Down.
I feel like when you get older too, I see a lot of people like this too. Like when you're older, you kind of move a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Especially because when you're approaching like, I was approaching 30 already. I was already 27, I think, something like that. So.
Man, you act like 27. I just like got to start living my 20s when I was 27.
Yeah.
I think I didn't mean like you asked my brother from just like you. I was a serial dater from like my early 20s, all in 27s. I was always in a relationship, and the moment I turned 27, I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with relationships, because also it was one of those things where it's like I felt it was unfair to women to basically jump into another relationship when I'm not over the last one. So I said I will not get into another relationship with another woman until I don't have any emotional ties to any woman in the past, because I think that's unfair. So. But then that happened 6 years later. Here I still am.
So I was a serial dater too, and I think that it took me a while to realize that too. Like you really need to recover after a relationship. You need like at least like a year to go around and go out with your boys and like do things to kind of like, settle your emotions and kind of get everything in check.
Like, not to be cliche, like you have to love yourself before you love another person.
Yeah, you really have to. You really have to.
Dang, y'all serial daters. I'm serial rejector.
Man, it took me 3 weeks. And now I'm in another relationship. And on the first day, I got so drunk. I did what you did. And I was like, yo, I'm going to marry you. Yeah, no, I mean, first day.
My guy had them love goggles.
Telling you, guys are like dogs. We're like, yo, she got this. Girls are like, how does he make me feel like in a month?
Girls are definitely a lot more cautious.
Yeah, they take a lot more time. What about you, Mo? When did you know that you're gonna marry your girl?
I knew that I was gonna marry Christine, like after, she accepted me for who I am. Like, she didn't she knew my past and everything, because we became friends first before, we started dating and everything. So when I first met her, she thought I was a fuckboy, so she didn't want to do anything with me. She had Jason at the time, our oldest son. So she was like, I don't really trust you. So I was like, that's fine. We just became friends, and then I just started dating other people after I met her and whatnot. But like after a year or two of being friends, we rekindled, and then she pulled the trigger and started asking me to hang out more with me and whatnot. So, but I thought she was one where she kept me stable. She kept me grounded.
Actually, I have one question for all y'all. And one thing I heard, actually Z said this. She said every, I guess, married couple or every couple that ends up married, they have like one massive fight over something.
Of course.
Like, did you guys both have the same thing?
Yeah.
Do you think that was what made or break? Like, hey, I'm gonna marry this girl, or this is not gonna work out.
Depends what the fight is about.
Did you have one yet, or no? Everything's just like smooth sailing.
I mean,
Chris Big Wong, just
like-
everything is smooth sailing.
I feel like everybody fights like here and there, but
Yeah.
like Connie and me and Connie don't really fight like that. Like I feel like a lot of my past relationships, I got in a lot of fights because I was like, my younger self was like, really immature. Like I was really insecure. Like I was doing stuff that I look back now and I'm like, that's really stupid. you know? So I feel like that's, I don't know. But I feel like it's pretty normal to fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that that's dependent because I feel like there's some couples that say they've never fought ever
Okay.
and they're like
That's,
happy and everything.
I think that's a red flag.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why do you think not fighting in a relationship is a red flag?
Because I don't think you're really telling your true feelings to each other.
Okay.
You're just bottling everything up. You know what I mean?
So you think that just down the line will end up like someone's gonna resent the other person?
Exactly. Like you can't agree with everything your significant other does or say. You know what I mean?
Of course, you gotta always post your mind too. Like I think it depends on the seriousness of the fight. Like obviously we have fights like every other couple. Like why didn't you do this and that, and like pick this up or something. It's small things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's also depending on the person too, because there are certain type of people who are more
Chill.
like there are
Laissez-faire.
exactly more
Hands off.
chill, more I hate to say it, more like submissive, and they kind of just go with the flow and they're just okay with like letting their man like do whatever, but as long as you're taken care of, that they don't fight. Because like I have a cousin, like he has a wife and they never fought.
Yeah, you know what?
He told me that they've never fought before,
If
and
you-
they got like 4 kids, and their kids are almost about to go to college, and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. I think it's truly dependent on the person, because it depends. Like I said, if you're talking to about a woman who's more confrontational or a guy's more confrontational, yes, you're gonna fight. But if you have 2 people that aren't very, very confrontational, who just like okay with like going with the flow, then it depends.
You also have to really pick your battles in a relationship with fights. Like, you can't really, even if something annoys you, like there's a right and wrong time to bring things up. I think that's kind
Yeah,
of like
it's
a
all about
key.
compromise.
There's compromise.
Who's got to
Communication is
compromise?
key.
Who guys got to compromise more, the girl or the guy?
That's a hard one, man. It depends on every relationship, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Happy spouse, happy house.
All right, so that's the first time I heard that one.
Yeah.
All right, that's the answer.